So this equation is y is equal to 7x plus 3 and y is equal to x plus 9. Is 110 a solution of this equation? All right. So as I showed you before, let's approach it how we did. All right. So y is equal to 7x plus 3. So y, so 7x plus 3 is equal to y. But y is also equal to x plus 9, right? X
Hmm?
plus 9. So these two equations have to be the same. They have to be equal. You see that? Because y is equal to 7
Mm-hmm.
plus 3 and y is equal to x plus 9. So 7x plus 3 have to be equal to x plus 9. If you carry all your letters or all your variables on the left hand side, so this becomes 7x. If you're going to bring this x to the left hand side, it becomes minus x. You have to change the sign because it's a positive x on the right side. And that is equal to 9. If you're going to move this plus 3 to the right hand side, it becomes a minus 3. So 7x minus x is 6x, and 9 minus 3 is 6. So x is equal to
Mm-hmm.
1. Divide both sides by 6. X is equal to 1, right? So what is y equal to?
Yes.
Just use the top equation. Y is equal to 7x. So 7 times 1 is 7 plus 3
Oh, so you're gonna plug.
plus 3.
Oh.
That's equal to 10, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's equal to 10. So when you get equations like this, you have two unknowns. You can solve for, you know, you you can solve the equation and get the unknown. You solve for one first, and then when you get one, you just plug it in the equation and get the other one. Okay? You know that y is equal to 7x plus 3, y is equal to x plus 9. So these two equations are equal. All right? So
Mm-hmm.
x is 1, y is 10. All right. So this is correct. All right. All right. So let's all right. What about this one now? This one is a little tricky, but it's the same principle. Same exact principle. All right? And let me show you how you do that. So 3x plus 4y is equal to 19. X plus 2y is equal to 9. The first thing you do, all right, so this in this equation, you can get x, right? Look at this, the second one.
Yeah.
All right, so follow closely. So x plus 2y is equal to 9. So if we're going to solve for x, we keep x on the left hand side x is equal to 9 minus 2y, right?
Yes.
Because you move the 2y from the left-hand side to the right-hand side, you have to change the sign. So we know that x is equal to 9 minus 2y. So all we do now, we plug x in the first equation. All right? You plug x in the first equation.
Yes.
The first equation, so this equation said 3x. I tell you what, let's write out the equation first. This first equation is 3x plus 4y and that's equal to 19. We know what x is. X is 9 minus 2y. So we're just going to rewrite the equation. So 3 times x, so you have to put a bracket. But x is 9 minus 2y. Okay? So 3 times x,
Yes.
but x is 9 minus 2y plus 4y. We're just rewriting the equation, putting in x, and that's equal to 19. Are you following so far?
Yes, I'm following.
All right, so you're going to remove your bracket now. So 3 nines is 27. 3 nines is 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 3 twos are
Yes.
6. So we get 6y. So when you remove your bracket, you have 27 minus 6y plus 4y. And that's equal to 19. All right? So keep all your letters or all the variables on one side, all your numbers on the other side. So let's keep our variables on the left hand side. So we're going to have minus 6y plus 4y and that's equal to 19. So we're going to keep all the numbers on the right hand side. So we're going to move the 27 to the right hand side. So it's going to become minus 27. You have to change the sign when you move it from one side to the next. So minus
Okay.
6y plus 4y is equal to minus 2y, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minus 2y, and that's equal to 19 minus 27. That's minus 8, right? It's minus 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have a negative over this side and a negative over that side. So you can drop the negative. You can drop the negative. So 2y is equal to 8. Or if you multiply this side by minus 1 and you multiply this side by minus 1, you get positive 2y and positive 8. So 2y is equal to 8. So y is equal to 4, right?
Yes.
So y is equal to 4. And then if you plug y into this equation, you can get x because x is equal to 9 minus 2y. If y is 4, 4 2 is 8, So that's 9 minus 8, so x is equal to 1, right?
Is there any shorter way to do this?
No, no,
Mm.
no, there's no shorter way. So that is why. So x is 1 and y is 4. Okay? So you understand the principle.
Okay.
You solve for one variable and then you put it into the equation and then you solve for the other variable. Now you know this variable, so all you do, you put your y into x, into the equation with x, and you get x. Yeah, there's no simpler way. So you have to follow the steps. You have to follow the steps. All right? All right, so
Okay.
let's look at this one. But again, the principle is the same. Same principle. It doesn't vary. So once you follow the step closely, you will get it. All right, so 8x plus 2y is equal to 19. And x plus 18 is equal to 20. So this one is simpler, right? So if this equation says x plus 18 plus 18y is 20. Okay? So if you solve for
Yes.
x here, x is equal to, so you find one variable first. So x is equal to 20
Mm-hmm.
minus 18y, right? Right?
Yes.
Because you take the 18y from the left hand side, you take it to the right hand side, so the sign change. So this is x. So all we do, we plug x into this equation. So let's write this equation now. So this is the equation we're going to write, 8x. So you finish with this equation. So let's, all right. So the second equation is 8x plus 3y and that's equal to 19. All right, so we know what x is. X is 20 minus 18. So 8, so you have to put a bracket now because x is 20 minus 18y. So 8x, so 8 times x, which is 20 minus 18y,
Mm-hmm.
okay, plus 3y is equal to 19, right? So you're just rewriting the equation, putting in
Yes.
what you know. So you're going to remove your bracket now. 8 times 20 is 160, right?
Mm-hmm.
8 times 18 is 72. So, no, uh, that's 96. 96?
Think so. 18. 18. Oh yeah.
No, okay. 8 is 64. 8 is 64. That is 144.
8 12 96. So 12.
144. So 144. Okay,
Yes, 144.
144. And but this is y. This is a y right here. We can't leave off your y, you know. So this is 144y. Okay, and then this is plus 3y plus 3y,
Mm-hmm.
and that's equal to 19. So you have to do it step by step. There's no easy, simpler way to do it. All right. So this is one. So we keep all the letters on one side, all the numbers on the other side. So we'll have minus 144y plus 3y, and that's equal to 19. We're going to bring the 160 to the right hand side. So it's become minus 160, right? You have to change the sign since you're bringing it
Yeah.
on the other side. We're going to keep all the letters on one side, all the numbers on the other side. So minus 144 plus, sorry, minus 144y plus 3y is equal to minus 141y, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Minus 141y, and that's equal to 19 minus 160. That's equal to minus 141, right? Minus 141, right? Right?
Yes.
Since you have a negative on both sides, you can drop the negative. And then if you divide it by 141, you see that y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what y is. We plug y into this equation and we get x. We know that x is equal to 20. All right, just write this. All right, so x is equal to 20 minus 18y. But y is 1, so it's 18 times 1 is 18. So x is equal to 20 minus 18, which is 2. Right? So this is a solution of the equation. All right? So it is a solution of the equation.
Yes.
So, but you just have to, there's no, I mean, it's simple, but there's no simpler way to do it. All right?
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's look at this one now. Y is equal to x plus 3, and y is equal to 6x plus 1. So this one is simple because they're both y's. So if y is equal to this and y is equal to that, then your x plus 3 is equal to 6x plus 1, right? Because they're both equal, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we keep the letters on one side and the numbers on the other side. So take this x to the right hand side. So we'll have 6x, and if you take it on, it's going to be minus x, right? If you carry it over to the right hand side. And we carry all the numbers over here. This is a plus 3. and then you're going to move this 1 to this side, so it become minus 1, right? So 3 minus 1 is 2,
Yes.
and that's equal to 6x minus um, so all right, so this is 2, and this is 6x minus 5, 6x minus x is 5x, right? Right?
Yes.
So x is equal to, if you divide both sides by 5, then x is equal to 2 divided by 5, right? Right? You see that?
Yes.
You see that, Punji?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking.
All right. So if you divide, to get x, you have to divide both sides by 5. 5 cancel there, so it's 2 over 5. So they're saying this solution is x is 1, y is 7. So this is not correct. This is definitely not correct. So, all right.
Yeah.
So is D's a solution? No. Right? So it's no, because x is 2 over 5. Okay. All right. So, all right. So so all of these equation, you approach the same way. You approach it the same way. You have to tell yourself it's not difficult, okay? It's not difficult. So these are the two equations. 8x minus 16 is equal to 11. 5x minus 8y is equal to 8. You do the same thing. The first thing you do, say you solve for x. All right? So you just get the equation, okay? So let's use this one. So we know that 8x minus 16y, and that's equal to 11. So we're going to solve for x. So if we're going to solve for x, we're going to keep x on the left hand side and carry y on the right hand side. So we're going to get 8x
Yes. That one.
is equal to 11. If we're going to take the minus 16y to the right hand side, it becomes positive 16y, right?
Yes.
Positive 16y. Okay? If we want
Yes.
x, then we have to divide both sides by 8. So x is equal to 11 plus 16y over 8. So this is what x is equal to. Okay? So the next equation now. So the first equation, you just find x. Okay? And x is equal to 11 plus 16y over 8. The next equation now, you're going to plug your x into the next equation. So the next equation is 5x minus 8y, and that's equal to 8. Okay? You're just rewriting the equation. So 5x is 5. So this is x. So you just put in bracket and you just write out what x is. That's so it's 11 plus 16, 16y that is, over 8. So this is x. So that's why you have to put it in 5x. 5x, this is x. So you 5 and then in bracket you put x. Minus 8y, so minus 8y you're going to put right there. Minus 8y. And that's equal to 8. You're just rewriting the equation. So you're going to simplify this now. So to simplify this, you multiply the top and you just leave the bottom. So you're going to get 55, 55, and then 5, 16 is 80. So that's plus 80y, plus 80y, but it's over 8. It's over 8. Okay? So 5 times 11, 55. 5 times 16 is 80. It's over 8. And then you're going to minus 8y, and that's equal to 8. Okay? All right. So you have to simplify this still. So to simplify this, to simplify it, you have to multiply everything by 8. Because if you multiply this by 8, then it becomes 55 plus 80y. But you also have to multiply this by 8, and you have to multiply this by 8 in order to make the equation the same. Okay? So this is just fraction. So if you multiply this by 8, if you multiply this by 8, the 8 is going to cancel. So you'll have 55 plus 80y and then minus 8 is 64. So that's 64y. That's 64y. And that's equal to, you have to multiply this by 8 as well. So that's 64. Okay? So as to keep the equation correct. All right. So what we can do now, we just simplify. So take all the numbers to one side and leave the letters on one side. So if we keep the letters on this side, 80 minus 64, what is that?
16.
Okay, so that's 16. 16y, 16y, and then we're going to carry the numbers over here. So this is going to be 64 minus 55. 64 minus 55 is equal to what? Because we're carrying it over the other side, we have to change the sign. So that's equal to what?
64
Right.
minus 64 minus, oh yeah. So that is 64 minus 55. 9.
So that's 9. 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's 9. So 16y is equal to 9. So therefore y is equal to 9 divided by 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want x, you just plug y into that and get x. But what they're saying, they say, is x 8 and y 4 for this equation? No, right? Because x is,
Yeah.
because y is not 4. Y is 9 over 16. So we can say no, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can we continue this tomorrow? Because I'm sleepy.
All right, let's do one more and then we'll finish. Let's finish this one and then, all right? All right. So
Okay. Yeah.
is 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 1 7 a solution of this equation? So y is equal to x plus 6 and y is equal to 6x plus 1. So if y is equal to those things, then these two equations have to be equal, right? So x
Mm-hmm.
plus 6,
Yeah.
which is y, is going to equal to 6x plus 1, right? So keep the letters on one side and the numbers on the other side. So let's keep the letters on the right hand side and the numbers on the left hand side. So this is going to be 6. If we're going to bring this one to the left hand side, it's going to be minus 1, and that's going to equal to 6x. Take the x from over here to the other side, it's going to be minus x. So this 6 minus 1, that's 5. And 6x minus x is 5x. So x is equal to 1 then, or 1 is equal to x, right?
Okay.
So if we plug x in the equation, so y is equal to x, which is 1 plus 6 is 7. So this is correct, right? This is
Yes.
right. So it is correct. We satisfy that. All right. So you have to just practice it. There's no easy way out. All right.